Hello, I'm Rince. My life was a very fulfilling life as a dog. I didn't say things in words, but I was an adhesive to connect my family. It's kind of weird to say it myself, but I was a great existence even I'm very small. Please watch this video about the story of my dearest family and me. Before I come to this house, Ko, a third grader in junior high school, was very into martial arts. He was just in his rebellious age, and he was being pretty violent. So my mommy had a hard time and had no idea what to do with him. When Ko was little, he was a very kind boy and he used to love a stuffed dog. The name of the dog was Mi-chan, and he made a long story titled Mi-chan's Big Adventure. So the family decided to have a dog because it might calm down Ko's rough feelings a little. Me, at 2 months old, came to this house. My mommy and Toko happily watched soft and limp 2-month-old me. On the other hand, Ko wasn't happy, and he turned his back on me. He intentionally ignored me, and he was being cautious. It seems like Ko was testing me for a while whether I'm good enough for his dog. Finally, it looked like I passed his test. He invited some of his good friends, and they all looked into my cage. He was talking about me to his friends really happily. Then, Ko and I became very good friends, and I was named Rince. Ko played hide and seek with me at home, and he shared his snacks with me. Ko and I was always together. Of course, we slept together every night. Ko entered university and Toko started to live in a dorm of high school. When they both left their home, my mommy and daddy started to live separately. My mommy wanted to improve her career, so she found a job in Singapore and took me to Singapore together. Because of the animal quarantine mooring, I had to be apart from my mommy for a month. When my mommy goes home, I was very sad. I stuck to the cage of a moorage, watched straightly to my mommy, and barked in a loud voice. Finally, 1-month quarantine mooring was finished, and I was able to live with my mommy. My mommy took me to her office every day by a crowded bus without an air conditioner. I was hiding in a suitcase that my mommy modified for me, and I went to the office together with my mommy every day. At my mommy's office, foreigners were really nice to me. I slept the whole day under my mommy's desk in the office and waited for my mommy to finish her work. During lunch break, people in the office gave me some lunch and played with me chasing each other. They were all nice and took care of me a lot. Merlion Park, National Museum of Singapore, and Hawkers, anywhere I went, I was always with my mommy. My mommy went back to Japan for a while, and one day when she met Ko and had a talk with him, Ko told her with anger in his face that if she won't come back to Japan with me immediately, he'll disown her. Then my mommy decided to go back to Japan. On the flight back to Japan, Thai Airways was able to bring in pets to the cabin. I was in the cage under my mommy's seat. My mommy and I were very happy because we can go back to Japan. At the transit point, Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Thailand, my mommy put me in a cart and we walked around in the airport where Louis Vuitton and many luxurious duty-free shops stand. The salespeople in the shops and people passed by us looked into my cage and said hello to me with a smile. After coming back to Japan, we started from zero. My mommy's salary was low first, and their living was very tight financially. So our apartment's conditions were really bad. But my mommy's position in the company gradually went up. As my mommy's salary get raised, she moved to a better apartment for me again and again. My mommy felt really sorry for leaving me alone in a small room for a long time while she was at work. So my mommy woke up at 5 a.m. and also after work at night, she took me out for a walk for an hour each time, every day, even a snowy day or a windy day. I really love to go for a walk. On the way we always went out for a walk, there was a golden retriever tied up at the small entrance. The sunlight directly shined on the dog in summer. At the dog's feet, they were full of feces and urine, and many flies were flying around. Everyone can see that the owner wasn't taking care of the dog, and it looked very pitiful. When my mommy passes by that dog, she always carried me tightly. I really felt my mommy's strong feeling that she won't definitely make me become like that dog, and she'll love and take care of me for my whole life. On every weekend, my mommy took me to see Ko. But Ko's days off of work became irregular, and it became difficult to match with my mommy's days off. Ko wasn't able to see me often, and he couldn't bear that anymore. To let Ko see me more, my family decided to take me to my daddy, who lived in the same prefecture as Ko's. My daddy was trying to say no to take care of me, but he reluctantly agreed to take care of me. In reality, it was different. My daddy said bitter things to my mommy, and he seemed like he'll take care of me reluctantly, but actually, he loved me very much. My mommy was in pet loss for sending me away, and she had lonely days. Then, 3 years have passed. One day, my mommy and daddy met after a long time and had a big argument. Because of that argument, my daddy yelled at my mommy saying, "Take the dog with you." But honestly, he didn't want to send me away. As a result, my mommy started to live with me again. For my mommy, she was able to get back a happy life with me. I was 15 years old at the time. Of course, when my mommy was away at work, and even when my mommy was at home, I often spent my time sleeping. And one day, Toko came to my mommy's house and said something ominous. I saw Rince in quite a while, but she looks really small now. I feel like this is the last time I can see Rince. So I'll hug her a lot today. Then one day, when my mommy came back from work, I was really happy to see her and ran around her feet just as usual. At that moment, my mommy's hand hit me in my eye. I narrowed my eye and I felt something different with a little pain. So I tried to rub my eye on the floor frequently. The next day, I had bad eye mucus, so my mommy took me to the vet immediately. She was told to wait and see for a while. The vet gave me some eye drops and we went back home. It was getting better once, but finally, I couldn't open my eye anymore because of the eye mucus. Maybe it was because I rubbed my eye on the floor again. So my mommy took me to the vet again. Then the vet said to me, "I got a hole on my eye." After that, my mommy took me to an eye doctor. The diagnosis I got there was that my eyes were becoming white since quite a while ago, and it was because the salt was coming up to my eye's surface and my eyes were soft and swollen. So, only a little dust could damage my eyes. Since then, I started to do treatments for my eyes seriously. When I wasn't so energetic, my mommy took me to an emergency hospital even at midnight. I got a drip there and felt better, then ate some food. I was repeating things like that. I felt a little better after getting a drip, so I ate dog food and my favorite cheese as much as I can. Maybe those weren't good for me. One morning, I wasn't able to walk at all suddenly. I hurried to the hospital and I was immediately hospitalized. The diagnosis was pancreatitis. The vet said that the blood test value was extremely abnormal and I was in a severe condition. That night, Toko came all the way to my place by a bullet train. The next day, Ko also came to my place. They came to the hospital in 3 people, but my condition was very bad, and I couldn't tell if I was conscious or not. On the 3rd day in the hospital, Ko, Toko, and my mommy came to the hospital together again. I was laying down until yesterday, but once I saw them, I was able to run around energetically. I was so happy that I wagged my tail a lot and jumped on the cage again and again toward everyone. All 3 of them were crying with joy and carried me in their arms taking turns. According to the vet, it was really surprising to see me being happy and cheerful by meeting my family all of a sudden. The blood test value was becoming better like a miracle. That day, Ko and Toko felt relieved to see me being well, and they went back to their home. The next day, my mommy went to work. At 2 p.m., my mommy came to the hospital to see me again. She believed to see me being cheerful like yesterday, and her steps were bouncing. The nurse guided my mommy to the same place as yesterday. When my mommy saw me, She immediately thought something was wrong with me and called me Rinse in a fluster. But I wasn't able to hear my mommy's voice, and I was just sitting there without any reaction. My mommy was amazed and took me out of the cage in haste. She carried me in her arms and called for the vet in a loud voice. Maybe she thought that it wasn't good to hold me, so she softly put me in the cage again. I tried to stand up right away, but I fell down and slammed my body. I tried to stand up once more, but I fell down again. My mommy cried and petted me again and again. The next day, my mommy had to go to work, and she wasn't able to stay with me the whole night. Many reasons went through her mind. There was my mommy, seemed like she realized everything or having no emotion at all. But my mommy left the hospital at 10:30 p.m. The next morning around 6 a.m., the vet called my mommy to tell that I'm in a critical condition. When my mommy came to the hospital, I was laying on a place like an operating table in the treatment room and getting cardiac massage. Seeing this situation, my mommy got in panic and she was crying out, "Rinse!" Still now, I'm alive in all my family members' heart. I'm always together with them, who I love so much.